Men, what unmanly activity do you proudly participate in? I spend a ridiculous amount of time looking up furniture, wall art, etc. Just fantasizing about how I'm going to decorate it when I finally get my own place. Yes, knitting. It's pretty fun. I made half a sock yesterday. So way back 23 years ago I go over to my buddy's place. We were 16-ish. Rainy day. His mom and him are watching movies and knitting scarves. Show me how. So now we're sitting there and another buddy shows up. We're watching Batman movies. Now there's 4 of us knitting. His mom goes to work. Another friend shows up. He's knitting and making a scarf now too while watching movies. So Batman Marathon is now over and some generic Hallmark movie is on. We're too lazy to get up and change the channel. We're knitting. Bud's younger brother came home with his GF. Looks at us 4 16-years-old dudes knitting scarves watching a romance on a rainy Saturday afternoon. Looks at his GF. GF looks at him. First takes edit some grammar and spelling. People are reading this in my mobile keyboard, bang it out, mistakes were annoying me. This is adorable and I love this. Pedicures. I take my wife to get a manicure, pedicure, and for an extra $30 I get a foot soak with massage, nails trimmed and the cracked calluses ground down to manageable. I spend 100% of my free time in hiking boots or flip-flops, gnarly heels being the result. No shame in my game. Take care of your feet, lads. I know an Italian dude who looks and sounds like he could be straight out of Tony Soprano's crew, who gets money, petties. His wife has been begging him for years to go together, but that's his special place and he keeps it a secret from her because he doesn't want her to ruin it. It's his me time. I sing personal remixes of popular songs to my pets where I replace words in the song with their name. A lot of the time they're Disney songs. Bruh, the way I treat my dog, you'd think I was a 3rd grade girl who got her first puppy for Christmas. Can't wait to get a dog of my own so I can feel like a 3rd grade girl again. Drinking girly drinks. They're delicious. I have a friend who's into weightlifting, massive beard, tattoos, and generally pretty manly looking. His drink of choice is amaretto and cranberry juice. I usually like a Guinness or a whiskey. Whenever we've gone to a bar and ordered drinks, the barman maid has always thought the cranberry one is for me. Admittedly it's fair tasty. Wait, you're supposed to put amaretto in things. Face with monocle, I've been doing it wrong. Fashion. Even in video games, I spend hours customizing my character's clothes. I would be lying if I said I don't like looking good both IRL and in video games. I mean, I'd say looking good is manly, but spending time looking good is unmanly, or whatever. I don't know how many people actually believe that, but it is a stereotype I think. Don't know if it counts as an activity, but beauty care. Like skin and hair care. I go full on Bateman. Have multiple face masks, skin creams and hair products. Started as a way to bond with my sisters, ended up being something that centers me in the mornings and a comforting ritual a couple of times a night. My mom used to make my brothers join her and I for face mask night. They would complain, as boys do, but they never said no or didn't do it. As adults, they join their wives when they do their mud masks and stuff. I moisturize. My skin is very dry and gets itchy. I scratch, make it sore, which then makes it itchy, so I scratch. Moisturizing stops this cycle. Fellas, is it to not have bleeding, itchy skin? Using women's shampoo? It smells so much better. I like cute things more than a lot of girls I know. I am a big sucker for cute things as well. Then you should see this. I knit. I can make 2 dishcloths in a day. I also pride myself on my frozen cocktails. Margaritas, piña coladas, strawberry daiquiris, and my personal favorite, the Miami Vice. Baths for real. Bath bombs rule. My favorite one turns the water black and sparkly and smells like peppermint. Writing long romantic messages and Valentine's, Christmas, birthday cards for my girlfriend. I draw the hearts in pink Sharpies sometimes too. Yes. Just did that for my GFS card, ran out of room and had to use a sticky note to finish. When I babysit for my friend's 3-year-old daughter, I happily watch My Little Pony, have tea parties and paint flowers. I'm a 280-pound ex-rugby player with a big ginger beard and I have no shame in saying that Fluttershy is the best pony. talk about my feelings very often and cry a lot, showing my emotions a lot too. Playing and doing girly things with my daughter. She's 4 and I want to be interactive and engaged with her. Sometimes that means playing, tea party, or painting our nails. As in both of us. No problem, smile. What a dad. That's not being unmanly, that being an epic father. Props to that guy. Being an epic father is the most badass, awesome, greatest dad, kick, best thing for her. Hashtag few things in this world are more manly than being an awesome dad. I drink hot cocoa sometimes at the bar when everyone is having a beer. That or I take a girly cocktail. I don't care. I don't like beer and I do like cocoa or girly cocktails. You can always do hot chocolate with a shot of alcohol, too. Anything from whiskey to fireball to coconut rum to marshmallow, whipped cream, pumpkin spice vodka. High tea. I don't care who you are. You haven't lived until you've eaten tiny cucumber sandwiches and scones off a 3-story silver party platter. Sometimes, my daughters get new nail polish and they want to see how it looks on an actual nail before committing it to their own. That's when they come to me asking if they can use me as their test palette. It's not uncommon for me to go around the house with glittery purple, green, pink, etc. nails. Walking around with painted nails equals most unmanly thing for me. Showing my daughters how a man should treat and take care of the women in his life equals the most manly thing I could ever do. One of my fave memories from being a tween was my much cooler older cousin let us paint his nails at the cottage. He used to dye his hair bright punk colors and asked us to paint each of his nails a different color. He has a baby son of his own now and I already know he's going to raise a great boy. Gardening. It's great being able to grow things from just seeds. Never understood this. Gardening is basically small-scale multi-species plant farming. Most farmers are manly men. I never understood a feminine thought applied to gardening. Should be genderless clearly, as everyone should want to grow everything. I think maybe it has to do with scale, just like in other professions. Farming, professor, doctor, masculine. Gardening, teacher, nurse, feminine. I disagree with this mindset, of course, as gender should not be assigned to roles that a person is capable of performing, but this might help a bit with insight on it. I'll cry during emotional scenes of TV shows, movies. Absolutely. I'm an adult man, with a full beard and all that. And I wept manly tears when I recently rewatched Avatar: The Last Airbender. The Tales of Ba Sing Se episode, Iroh's Tale. You know the scene. Therapy. Everyone needs a little bit of therapy. Even if you're perfectly fine, everyone needs someone to talk to. According to society, crying. I have cried twice in my life. Once when I was 7 and I was hit by a school bus, and then again when I heard that Lil Sebastian passed. Our unexpected pan Dr. Edit. Wait, that's actually a sub. Broadway musicals, both attending and shower performance. Occasionally I'll shave my armpits and or legs. I'm sure it looks a little strange because I have a beard, but it makes me feel so much cleaner. Same, minus the beard. But yay, deodorant works so much better when it can actually make contact with your skin. I just use a trimmer with a number 1 guard. Same effect and zero irritation. Resting my hands on my own hips. Oh, the horror. That's not girly. If you watch sports, everyone does that. It's them asserting dominance in the field. I do it as well when playing soccer when a play is finished. Yes, but you can rest your hands on your hips, and then you can rest your hands on your hips with the absolute sass and intent of a disappointed mother. Talking to women about feelings and emotions. It's odd. At every barbecue or social, the men and women will naturally divide, and I always gravitate toward the women because I have better conversations with them. Then there will inevitably come a point where one of the guys comes to corral me back to the guy's corner because I'm assuming it made one of the boyfriends uncomfortable. Like it's weird that I'm helping in the kitchen. I wish my social circle were a little more modern. Yeah, all about open-mindedness. Also, I feel that most of my friends are actually girls, and it's a lot nicer to have a conversation with them rather than some of my male friends. Unabashed love for kitties. Loving animals is very manly. I would never date a dude who doesn't like animals. Agreed that loving animals is very manly. Raising a child. I was a single father. I still am, I guess, but my daughter is 24 now and works in another state, so not so much anymore. I honestly never felt too emasculated about it, but there were odd moments. Appropriately enough, considering today's date, I was often congratulated on Mother's Day. One female friend of mine even said, "You are like a mom with a." I thought that was pretty funny. My dad was the typical deadbeat dad, so I tell my mom Happy Father's Day, pissing while sitting. I remember one time, my Mexican uncle sat down drunk. He had the intention of taking a, but then only took it when he started crying, saying he wasn't a woman. I've never understood men's aversion to sitting down. Maybe I'm just lazy, but sitting down while checking stuff on the phone is always nice and relaxing. Like a mini 2-minute break. What's girly about that? EHMMMMMM. Am I the only one who is an active member on love advice forums, reading their love experiences and trying to help guys and girls to make the best decisions is a daily thing now? I like to journal occasionally. Getting my feelings out on paper can really help. Hugging my kids, apologizing to them when I'm wrong, and showing them it's okay to have and express feelings. Yes, Daddy can get teary-eyed too when watching a sad movie. Also, as an extension of apologizing for having done wrong, being able to back down when in an argument and find out you're wrong. It's not weak to say, "I didn't know that. Sorry, I was wrong." Learning from those experiences has much more worth than doubling down to protect your own ego. You're just raising your children correctly. I now realize how badly my dad represented how I should be a man. Keep it up. Being a grown-up means having grown up to be an adult who owns their mistakes and learns from them, not being a child insisting to be right when you know you're wrong. Whether you're a boy or a girl. That's why my kids say Trump has never grown up and is just a big kid.